Good morning, USA. Yo 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 yo. Good morning, Angela Yee.
Good morning, DJ MV.
Charlamagne the God. Peace to the planet. It's Thursday. All right. If you have an iPhone out there, update your iPhone right now. Save all your contacts right now. Do it. Trust me. My phone just died, just stopped, just turned off, not coming back on, dead, goodbye, sayonara, see you later.
What they got to do with us then? I'm
just making sure that, because I didn't update mine, so whatever contacts and text messages people sent me are gone forever. It's just gone, so I'm just, we forget to do that sometimes. Like, I don't know if you have auto update, but update your phone.
And mine auto updates.
Damn it, man.
Yeah, whenever there's a new update available, it auto updates. I don't like the new updates sometimes, though, because a lot of times when you do the new updates, then your phone does start acting up. Then you got to go out there and buy the new phone. Did the new phone come out?
Yep.
That's what happened.
Mine got delivered yesterday.
That's what happened. Exactly. I did the new update.
Exactly.
Bro, it won't even turn on.
What's the number they at now? I don't know. They got more numbers than Jordans.
89, I don't know. What number we up to? 14.
I think the last one I got was a 12.
What's this one?
I have a 13, and then the 14 just came. Yeah. The 14 it comes in purple now, and then the 13 came in green. That was a different color wave too. Yeah, but I always get the new phone because the camera's better every single time, and we do so much content that I always feel like we gotta have like the best camera.
Okay, it's coming back on now. Yes, it's coming back on.
Probably you turned it off.
No, that's the wild thing about it. That's the wild thing about iPhones or any phone. Now think about that. We buy the phone for the camera now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
What's wrong with that?
Instead of the service. I mean, because it's a phone. And here's the thing about the iPhone, they still haven't even mastered having the best service.
No.
Because sometimes you be in places and you can't get no Wi-Fi. You can't get no good service. You be talking on the phone like, hello, can you hear me now?
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Isn't it the cell phone service, though? Not the actual cell phone?
All the services are horrible.
I don't know what it is. Exactly.
It's the towers. That's not the phone.
I'd rather people focus on the service than, whether or not I got a better camera or not. But
I think it's very convenient that people FaceTime each other. People do Zooms from their phone.
Yeah,
we have things we need to do. People are content creators. People want to take pictures. It's just great that we are able to do that now.
Yeah, they do. But they got to get better, though.
They got to get better.
I remember just having the older phones before I had all the FaceTime and technology. The flip phones, I don't think they ever cut off like that. This one cuts off all the goddamn time.
And I hate a lot of. I like the FaceTime technology and stuff when you're able to do it. But when people FaceTime when you're driving or want to do a Zoom when you're driving, like, come on, bro. Come on, man.
It freezes a lot.
Oh, my God.
It does freeze a lot.
And I'm driving. I can't FaceTime you when I'm driving.
Well, you don't have to answer, sir. If somebody wants to FaceTime when you drive, you don't have to answer.
Are maniacs. No, but a lot of people do it, though. People that FaceTime and drive or Zoom and drive are maniacs. You hear me?
I can't say I haven't done it before, but all right.
You're a maniac.
Damn. Yeah, I know you done it, E.
What?
FaceTime and drive.
No, definitely not. You can't even FaceTime on my phone and drive. The camera wouldn't come on. If I'm in my car...
What you mean the camera wouldn't come on?
It doesn't come on because it connects to the car through the Bluetooth. The camera doesn't come on.
Take the Bluetooth right off. I know you do.
I've never FaceTimed in my car.
He speeds up for a speed bump, so I know you do wild stuff on your phone.
Nah, all I do on my phone in the car is use it to make phone calls, but not, through the speaker.
No, okay.
I'm very careful about that. I don't play around when I'm driving.
All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. Stephen A. Smith will be joining us this morning.
Yes, indeed. He's got a book coming out. His book is available for pre-order right now. It's called Straight Shooter.
And he has his podcast as well, No Mercy.
That's right. So we'll be talking to him, and we got front page news. What are we talking about?
Man, this was in Detroit. Police said they fired 38 shots in 3 seconds, killing a 20-year-old black man. We'll tell you what happened during a press conference that they had detailing what went down.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Hey, morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. In Thursday Night Football, the Broncos take on the Colts tonight at 8:15. My Giants play Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m.
You'll be there.
Nobody cares.
No, everybody cares.
We don't care.
I care. They play the Packers. They're playing in London. Yeah, they played in London.
We don't care. Half of New York cares. And
no, the whole New York cares.
No, they don't. Because there's Jets fans in New York, so shut up.
No, they do care.
You discredit it to all the Jets fans. I bet you Red don't care.
Red's
a Jets fan.
Red's going to watch it anyway. What we don't care about is the bum-ass Cowboys. But what else we got, Easy?
America's team.
All right, Powerball, the jackpot has climbed to $378 million. So make sure you check your tickets. The winning numbers are 26, 30, 33, 37, 62, and the Powerball was 6. So no ticket holder won the $2 million or $1 million prize, but yes, $378 million. I'm going to play one day. I never play those.
You don't play?
Nope.
Okay.
I play all the time. I play when it's not $300 million. I play when it's at $20 million. It's just a habit. Like, go play by numbers. Powerball and Mega Millions, I always play. Because, hey, you never know.
All right, now Detroit police said that they fired 38 shots in 3 seconds. This was at a 20-year-old schizophrenic black man named Porter Burks. He was in an apparent mental health crisis. And unfortunately, he was killed during a press conference on Tuesday with Detroit Police Chief James White. They actually showed snippets of body camera footage of the events leading up to this fatal shooting. In the video, officers can be heard negotiating with Burks. He's alleged to have been armed with an 8-inch blade knife. They ordered him to put it down and offered to get him some help. They told him, "You're not in any trouble, just drop the knife and we'll get you some help." But then he ran toward the officers in the video, and that's when he was fatally shot. Detroit Police Chief James White said it's unfortunate, but this was a life-threatening situation. This is a tragic situation. Anytime we use force, it's not the desired outcome. Anytime we use fatal force, it's the worst outcome.
Well, in case you're wondering, this is why people say Black Lives Matter. And this is why, in regards to people dealing with mental health issues, we need something else other than calling 911. I know they have 988, which is for suicide and crisis, but I don't know how 988 responds. I haven't heard any real life testimonials of people using 988 yet. So.
All right, well, police were aware of his mental health condition. They responded multiple times on separate occasions. There were 2 incidents in 2020 where he stabbed his siblings. He stabbed his sister in both her neck and her hand, and a brother in the top of his head as the brother came to defend the sister. So they said, what we have found, unfortunately, is a system that has failed Mr. Burks on several different occasions. That schizophrenia manifested itself into violent behavior. We have seen a pattern of him being brought to psychological services and being released and not being followed up with taking his medication. So they do need help with that system.
Yeah, I mean, if you are aware of a person's mental health condition and there's no reason for somebody to end up dead, like, couldn't you restrain him and then, commit him somewhere as opposed to killing him?
Yeah, was he chasing or
they
approaching?
They said he ran toward them with a knife.
With the knife? Mm-hmm.
Hit him with a taser. Hit him with a...
they said that he was too far for the taser to be effective.
Well, he was running towards them. You'd have got close enough. You'd have got closer soon enough, right?
I mean, maybe they didn't want to let him get close enough.
Hit him with rubber bullets, something. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's a million other ways that officers with that kind of artillery can take down somebody with a knife. But like I said, you restrain them, commit them, but kill them.
Yeah,
you have to.
I mean, that's a lot of shots that they fired. But I will say this: when somebody's approaching you with a knife, and sometimes we've seen many cases where somebody's trying to get tased and the taser didn't work. They ran right through that taser.
Well, give them a leg shot, something. You got how many shots did they fire?
38.
38 shots
man.
is a lot.
In 3 seconds.
Yeah, 38 shots
come on, man.
for a knife. Yeah, that is a lot.
Does that sound like they were even remotely trying to restrain him or stop him or slow him down? Like, come on.
No, 38 shots. They were trying to kill him.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's what police are usually told when they use their weapon. It's not to injure. It's to stop the threat.
And that's why in regard, like I said, in regard to people dealing with mental health issues, we need something else other than calling 911 and having a police response. All
right. Well, that is your front page news.
Well, definitely rest in peace and condolences to that gentleman's family.
Absolutely.
Porter Burks.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Whether you're mad or blessed, we want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
This is Ron, the upstate New York area.
What's up, Ron?
I'm just trying to get off my chest the price of food and stuff in the upstate New York area. It's kind of hard, trying to budget money and stuff like that up through here.
Mm-hmm.
Totally understand, brother.
It's really hard. I only got 44 items, and it was like $150 the other day, and then 36 the other day for like 12. At least it's my birthday today, so I'm happy about that. But
well, happy birthday, Ron, man. Enjoy your birthday, brother.
It's my brother. He said I was getting a rubber ducky.
All right.
You're getting a rubber ducky. What the hell's going on this morning?
He's 55 years old. So the recession, I've been through 2 of them,
Yeah, you been drinking this morning?
No, I haven't drank in 22 years. I gave up drinking a long time ago.
Tell him don't disrespect you like that, Ron. Asking if you drunk this morning.
I like Dallas, Joe. I like the Dallas Cowboys to go to the Super Bowl.
There you go, my brother.
Definitely
now, I'm gonna tell you
this
something.
morning.
I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan too. We going to the Super Bowl, baby.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Hello, who's this?
Carter from Jersey.
Hey, Carter. Good morning. Get it off your chest, brother.
Hey, Yee.
Hey, what up?
That lottery was up. I'm about to. So
You about
said
to
want
win?
An island, right?
Okay.
You want an island,
I'm going to
right?
play today.
No, you ain't got to play. I got this.
He got this hook.
Okay, all right, let's do.
What's up, brother? Get it off your chest, man.
I just want to give a couple shout outs. My homegirl, Eva Lee, she's a realtor. Her Instagram is Eve the Expert. So if anybody looking for a realtor in North Jersey, South Jersey, I had some shout outs on deck, and I totally forgot. Every time I talk to you, I get nervous.
Where you at right now? You at Carteret?
Yeah, you know it. No, actually, I'm in North right now.
Okay, all right.
All right, bro. We got to go.
I'm all out, man. Oh, yeah. Peace out, man. I love y'all.
We love you
Peace,
back.
King.
Goodness gracious. What's going on this morning? Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
So you better have the same energy.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, this Dan from Jacksonville.
What's up, bro? Get it off
What
your
up,
chest.
Dan? Jacksonville, dude.
Hey, what's going on? DJ Envy Shopping, man, and Angela, what's going on? How y'all doing this morning?
What's
What's
good?
Yeah, I want to know why y'all don't play Rick Ross and Wayne versus on God Dead. I understand Hove is Hove, but come on, man.
It's a lot of New York bias, right?
Yeah, right. What up, man? You know, I'm from the South, man. I want to hear Wayne, man. I like Wayne. I like Ross.
And the song is, I guess the song is too long, really.
The song is
but
like
yeah,
7 minutes long, so they cut it down, I guess, to 3 minutes. I didn't do that edit.
I always thought that was disrespectful. You cut off Ross and Wayne, and I love the whole verse.
I thought that was DJ Envy doing his New York thing.
Nah,
It is.
Nope.
It is.
Definitely wasn't me. Definitely wasn't
All right,
me.
man. Hey, y'all stay blessed, man. I listen to y'all every morning, man. Can I give a shout out to my homeboy, the Navy man, Aristotle?
All right.
My wife, Faye.
Okay, brother.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one.
Have a good weekend
Yes,
if we
sir.
don't speak to you. Hello, who's this?
Hey, what's going on, Envy? Good morning. And Charlamagne and Angela Yee. You know,
Peace,
my name
King.
is Coach Davis.
What's
You
up,
know,
Coach Davis?
What up, Coach?
How y'all doing? How y'all doing, man? Good morning. It's a blessed morning. You know, I was listening to the report about the cops over in Detroit, man, and how they did that young man just in the prime of his life, you know, going through that mental illness episode. You know, it hit me hard because I had a former student in a high school that I teached in Brooklyn, and he too was killed by police in Brooklyn last December, and he was going through some mental issues, and he called the cops on himself to get some help, and he ended up losing his life. And I think that there has to be a better way, man, because there's no reason, like Charlamagne, like you said, there's no reason why mental illness should be a death sentence at all. You know, and this thing hit me hard because, you know, at least, and I hate to say at least, but, you know, his legacy will remain because they're going to name the street after him in Crown Heights. But it's not enough, man. We got to do more as a society. We got to do more as just like I said, a society, than just treat those with mental illness as though it's just a nuisance, something that we have to just get rid of. You know, it's like poverty. Poverty is criminal. You know, right. and being mentally ill is now a death sentence, and that's crazy. We got to do better, man. We got to. Yeah,
we definitely need something different. And I know 988 is the number that you can call for like a suicide and crisis line, but I haven't heard any first-hand accounts of how those responses look. But we just need frontline mental health care professionals to respond to those calls like that. And police officers can be there backing them up, but you need those frontline mental health care professionals, you know, holding it down and leading.
And you know, you said something, Charlamagne, tongue-in-cheek, right? But it's real. If you know you got a call as a police, right? If you know you got a call that's going to be dealing with mental illness, why not use rubber bullets, right? They go to these damn protests and they shoot everybody with rubber bullets.
That's
you
right.
understand what I'm saying? Nobody's mentally ill in that, right?
That's
so,
right.
I'm not saying no, but I'm just saying, if you could use rubber bullets to man thousands of people, you know, you got one person. Come on, you know you're going to deal with somebody that's mentally ill. Why not use rubber bullets? If you got to use
I agree.
You know? But gentlemen, ladies, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed day, man. And let's go Giants.
There we go.
Boo,
There we go.
Boo. See, everything was going good.
See, he's a smart individual. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. We got rumors on the way now?
Yes, and man, some issues with that Diddy interview. We'll tell you what Mace had to say. We'll tell you about Carisha Please and her response about everybody hating on her.
That's not hate. Come on.
I'm just telling you her response.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee.
Rumor has it.
On the Breakfast Club.
You really singing that?
I do. Every morning.
All right, well, this Diddy interview had him trending all day yesterday from the Breakfast Club. Now, if you guys recall, he did say that Mace actually owes him money.
You know, the Mace thing, you know, I did one album with Mace. One album. How much money do you think I owe this guy? And then he became a fake pastor and went and conned people. And then y'all gonna let him throw dirt on the God's name? Bring your receipts.
How much money does somebody like a Mace owe you? Because the reason I say
Mace
that,
owes me $3 million.
Whoa.
That's facts. I got the receipt. And I'm not gonna go back and forth with Mace. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going back and forth with nobody. I'm just gonna, if I'm here, I'm gonna speak up for myself. I'm gonna speak up for myself now. And I will tell anybody thinks I owe him something, show me the receipt. You get paid in 24 hours.
All right, well, of course we knew Mace would respond in 3, 2, 1.
Yo, you see how people act when you won't let them come on stage and get a fake apology so they can promote that little whack song?
As far as receipts, here is what Mace had to say about that.
Yo, I did this talking about he want receipts. Let's start with your mother. Your mother got the receipts. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts. You need more proof? Biggie ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead. Craig Mack can't give you receipts. He dead. What are you talking about? Who else? Black Rob can't give you receipts. He dead. And everybody else you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about what I'm talking about. I'm the only one with the guts. You're not signing because I ain't need the money. All money ain't good money. Remember that. You know who to play with.
Wow. Okay.
You know, I saw people saying that Mace actually did 3 albums with Diddy, which was Double Up and Welcome Back. But I'm not putting words in Diddy's mouth. But what he's saying is, I guess he's saying those records didn't perform, so they didn't recoup what the label put into it. So that's why Mace would owe him money.
I am not sure.
I don't know.
We'll have to get clarification.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. I'm assuming that
Mace has never been up here, right?
But you said that. No, you said that in the interview. Envy, you said that Double Up came out and
I know. I said he gave him the money and the projects, I guess, never came to fruition or whatever it was, babe.
No, they came out. I guess they just didn't perform like the label thought they would.
All right, now in addition to that, Diddy went on social media and discussed the fact that he is not responding to everything that's trending, but he does want to clarify some things about White Lives Matter and those T-shirts.
I am not about to be addressing every last thing that's going on in the world on the internet. But the thing I do have to address is this White Lives Matter T-shirt. I've always been there, and I will always support my brother Kanye as a free thinker. But the White Lives Matter T-shirt, I don't rock with it. And with the press and what fashion is doing, thinking it's a joke. But right now, all America has planned for us is poverty, incarceration, and death. So before I could get to any other lives matter, which all lives matter, that Black Lives Matter, don't play with it. If you don't wear the shirt, don't buy the shirt, it's not a joke.
All right, well, Lauryn Hill's daughter, Selah Marley, she was also in that fashion show wearing the White Lives Matter T-shirt, got some backlash from that, and she took to social media She said, the past 24 hours has allowed me to realize that most of y'all are stuck in a hive mind mentality. You do what the group tells you to do and think what the group tells you to think. Witnessing someone break free from the agenda sends you all into such a panic that you will do whatever it takes to force them back into the box that you feel they should exist in. All morale and empathy is eliminated due to the fact that you feel justified by your emotions. The victim becomes the victimizer. You cannot bully me, manipulate me, or coax me into silence, nor will you bully me into being who you want me to be. I don't care how many tweets you make, DMs you send, or articles you write. Throughout all of the chaos, I have yet to speak on my experience. If you know me, you know that nothing I do is without deep thought and intention. Wait till you hear what I have to say.
Well, it's amazing when I hear people say stuff like that, because the truth is all you did was join another hive. Like, it's just a bunch of y'all who decided on that day we are going to wear these, White Lives Matter T-shirts because somebody told you to. Mm-hmm. So it's still a hive mentality. You just joined another hive.
Now, she also posted a DM that she sent to Kanye. And she said, I think we can continue to discuss the depth behind our decisions to show the purity of our intentions and provide healing to our community. I love you so much. Let's keep this going in a healthy way.
There is no depth behind Kanye's decision. He told y'all that yesterday on Instagram. He did it just to get attention for his fashion show. He said that on Instagram yesterday.
Did he?
Yes. He posted that.
All right. Well, we're going to get actually more into Kanye and everything he had to say in the next hour. But back to Diddy, another response. Young Miami took to social media and said, not y'all mad, Carisha Please won an award. Aw. And some of this, everybody was online and posting about this part of the conversation.
She won last night.
Listen, I love
Carisha Please won last night.
Wait. I love Carisha.
The new Black Oprah.
She did. But it tied with Drink Champs. Diddy, that's some bull.
What made it tied?
It tied. I thought it tied. Carisha Please and Drink Champs tied for best podcast.
They both on revolt.
So you paid for that?
No, I didn't pay for that.
Drink Champ should have won that hands down.
Yo, I didn't pay for that.
And I love Carisha. She only got 5 episodes. How she beat Drink Champs for best podcast, Diddy? Come on now.
Because it was the best podcast of the year. Hands down.
And I love Carisha.
Hands down, it was the best podcast of the year.
No.
But you know what?
I get at the Drink Champs.
Hey, yo.
Club should have been there.
Did De Leon run for the BET Hip Hop Awards?
Hey, check it out. Don't be mad at me because I'm a winner. All right?
All right. And how do people determine who wins, right? We're supposed to vote because I know I get all the voting.
Yeah, I voted. Mm-hmm. I didn't vote for every category yet, though.
Yeah, sure. Just like Envy actually takes requests for his People's Choice Mix.
I do, all the time. What you want to hear?
Oh, shut up. And even if people voted, do you think that it was really a tie? Like, come on, stop. I love Carisha. But winning Best Hip Hop Platform of the Year with only 5 episodes, that's industry politics. And that's not hate with me saying that. That's just common sense. I'm 44 years old. I've been around a long time.
Well, we'll talk some more about BET Awards in the next hour of Rumor Report, too, because Kodak Black was mad about it. I saw Meek Mill was mad about the cipher. So we'll get more into that. But coming up next, we got front page news. And I do want to address Hurricane Ian. Black residents in 2 Florida neighborhoods are saying they have been left out of the Hurricane Ian relief efforts. We've been talking about this. Let's talk about it some more.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
When it's time to get with someone special, the best way to do it is with Magnum large size condoms. That gold foil wrapper is a badge of honor, and it means you're protected. And you take care of things with comfort. Accept no substitutes. Bring the pleasure with the gold standard. Magnum large size condoms. Hey everybody, it's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now in Thursday night football, who plays tonight? The Colts and the Broncos play tonight at 8:15, so good luck to them. I know my Giants play Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m.
Nobody cares.
Everybody cares. They're actually playing in London, and I was thinking about going out to London to watch the game, just on some fun.
Boy, that would be a waste of your time.
Why? Did we win?
New York got London weather right now. It's rainy and it's dark sky. Look like the color of heroin. You can just wait till they come back home next week.
Nah, bring the boys out there. Let them have a good time, and have a father and son weekend.
Did you name your son? Ain't one of your sons named London?
Yes, she is.
Oh, okay.
It's a daughter.
She
it's a daughter. She
yes.
Daughter. Yes. All right, what else we got, Easy?
All right, well, Black residents in Florida in 2 different neighborhoods are saying they've been left out of Hurricane Ian relief efforts. One woman, Latronia Latson, said she feels she's been neglected. She lives in the Dunbar neighborhood in Fort Myers. She said she can't get to a relief center to get bottled water and other necessities. She doesn't have transportation. The bus system's not running in her neighborhood. Her stove, her microwave don't work. And she said the white communities that are more affluent, the predominantly white community seem to be getting prioritized. She said they need to make it convenient for those that don't have transportation. We just don't get the same service. She's among the residents and community leaders in Florida who say that the poor, majority black neighborhoods of Dunbar and River Park and Naples are forgotten. Rescue and relief teams descend on the areas hit by Hurricane Ian last week, and for some reason, they're among the last to get their power restored. Shelters and relief centers are being set up too far away. If you don't have access to vehicles, then you can't even get there. And this has been an ongoing situation. Several studies have found that FEMA provides less aid to people of color facing disaster relief compared to white people. Poor communities and communities of color are also often built in locations that are more physically vulnerable to extreme weather events, and they have less investment in their infrastructure. That is really why, another reason why Black Lives Matter does matter, because these are situations that, just trying to point out that Black lives should matter just as much as other lives, white lives, and other people's lives matter.
And that's also why when everybody got upset at Kamala Harris for what she said in regards to Hurricane Ian, and she said that, she correctly stated that the lowest income communities and communities of color are most impacted by these extreme conditions. And she said that we have to address this in a way that is about giving resources based on equity to these communities, because she knows that when it comes to this hurricane relief, this situation that's happening was going to happen. And she said that everybody gave her flack, and then she kind of backed off it a little bit and was saying that her words were misinterpreted. I'm like, no, stand on that, because it's true.
Now, in another neighborhood in River Park, a lot of homes suffered 4 to 6 feet of flooding. Trees were down, structural damage. And one person is talking about how there's no shelters in close proximity to the neighborhood, so residents have nowhere to go if they can't even be in their homes. Please, you cannot put our people in a flood-prone situation and expect them to survive. At least, if humanly possible, help us improve, plan, and make things better for human beings. One woman, Sharda Williams, said she never even got an evacuation order, but people in nearby communities were told to leave. She said, no one came to our neighborhood and told us to get out. Not one person. All you can do is sit and wait until the help comes through. All right. And officials and investigators in California are trying to determine the motives behind the killing of a family of 4. That includes an 8-month-old baby. Their bodies were recovered yesterday in a rural farm area after they were kidnapped earlier this week. An armed man came to their business and kidnapped them. So it was a body of an 8-month-old who was found in an orchard in the same vicinity as her parents as well.
Oh,
and the child's uncle was also found near them. A whole family was wiped out. People still don't know why. They were reported missing on Monday. Authorities said the family was kidnapped at gunpoint from their trucking business. And police have taken a 48-year-old suspect in custody, but he has not been charged. They are not naming the suspect right now because no charges have been filed against him. They did not say how the family was killed, but it appears that they were killed before they were reported missing on Monday. So they believe the person they have in custody is the main suspect in the killings. And yeah, so we'll let you guys know as they are working to find out exactly what happened, what they find out from this investigation. But they do have video footage of the suspect entering the business and exiting with a gun in hand. All right.
That's horrible. Oh, that mercy, boy.
And that is your front page news. They said the suspect did attempt suicide before he was taken into custody on Tuesday.
My goodness. All right.
I wish he'd have killed himself before he killed that family. That's what I would have wished. Jesus Christ.
All right, when we come back, Stephen A. Smith will be joining us. We're going to kick it with Stephen A. Smith, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
Friend to the room, Stephen A. Smith.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Bless
good
Black
to see
and
y'all
Holly
again.
favorite. How are you?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. It's been crazy. I've been busy as hell, and the NBA season's about to jump off, too, so it's been crazy. But I'm here. I wasn't missing this.
Your book is available for pre-order, Straight Shooter.
Yeah, man. It's going well. And thank you, because you was one of the people that inspired me as well. A lot of people, both of y'all. I mean, I'm proud of y'all with y'all books and what y'all have done. But I tell you, it was a long time coming. I really didn't want to do it. People had been asking me since ESPN let me go in 2009 to write a book, and I didn't want to because I always said if I wrote a book, I got to be straight up about just my life and kind of the things I had to go through on a personal level. And then my mother, God rest her soul, before she passed away in 2017, she had always made me promise don't ever write a book until I pass away.
Wow.
Because she knew that I was going to talk about, some of the relationships that I had growing up with Pops and others in my family and stuff like that. And she knew I was going to do that. And she did not want me to do that while she was alive. She said, you go ahead and do it. I'm just asking you for one favor. Wow. Don't do it until I pass away. So I had waited all of those years. And then even after, I wasn't going to do it. And then my sisters reminded me, hey, go ahead and do it. Go ahead. I got 4 older sisters. They said, it's time.
Why now? Because you've always been like a private person personally.
Yeah, I still am. Believe it or not, I still am. But there's a lot to tell in terms of the path that I had to travel to get to where I am. And so you tell some of those stories and you try to be inspirational, as y'all have done with y'all book and what have you. You tell people, you don't tell them every single little nugget about your life, but you tell a lot. And you tell a lot with the goal in mind of being constructive and being inspirational and just trying to let people know, look, you ain't the only person that been through stuff. There's a whole bunch of us that been through stuff. And we walked through that terrain and we carried ourselves on through. And we, through the grace of God and a lot of help from a lot of people, we were able to pull it off. So you can too. And that's basically what you're doing. You're trying to be as motivational and inspirational as you possibly can, but in the same breath, in order to do that, you got to be real. And so I just said, hey, I'm just going to do it.
Did you know what you wanted to do as a kid?
You know what? I grew up idolizing Howard Cosell, and primarily because of Muhammad Ali and his relationship with Muhammad Ali, and then Brian Gumbel because I saw him doing everything. It was like it was the Today Show. He used to do NFL on NBC. The Olympics. He did everything, and so I grew up idolizing them, and I had fantasized about that. But I always fantasized about being a criminal lawyer. And this is before Johnny Cochran and all that. I mean, it was like I literally did. But I'm in the 4th grade and I'm getting left back because I got undiagnosed dyslexia, and I'm saying, hey, you know what? Ain't no way I'm going to law school. I'm thinking like, hell no, I ain't doing that. But I grew up watching Perry Mason and Madlock and this For Law and Order. All of those crime shows, anything that had a courtroom in it, I fantasized about. So I always said, you put me in a courtroom, ain't no way in hell you going to convince me I'm going to lose out on convincing 12 jurors to see my way. Right. I always believed that. But then the journalism came. And all of a sudden, it just blew up unexpectedly because even though earlier on in my life, I didn't have that confidence, later on I did. And when I had that confidence, I was ready to do it. But then this journalism took off and I was like, well, I'm doing quite well. Let me stick with this.
How'd you overcome the dyslexia, though? Because you're one of the most articulate people speaking on television today.
My older sister, Linda, she was a teacher back in the day. My sister Carmen is a teacher now. My sister Abigail's in the education system as a superintendent. But Linda was a teacher, and Linda literally taught me how to read and write.
Wow.
And one of my best friends growing up, his name was Ronnie. His big brother Tiver was also brilliant. So whenever I was over his house, Tiver was a brilliant dude. And he would teach me how to read. And then I'd come home to Linda, and Linda would sit me down 4 or 5 days a week. She said, we're going to overcome this. And, she would teach me how to read and write. And then in the 7th grade, I had a teacher that told my mother during the parent-teachers night, he said, he ain't stupid, not at all. She said, he's not focused, he drifts. He doesn't focus and concentrate on things that bore him. But when he's interested in something, he's locked in. And he don't miss anything when he's like that. Find what he's interested in and watch what you have. How
many times did you argue with your sisters? Like, how was your house growing up? Because you like to argue.
Debate. Here's the deal. Here's the reason why. Because I wasn't allowed to growing up. I got 4 older sisters, bro.
Shut
the hell up. And that's on the regular. Right. You got 4 women, and it's like, I remember the scariest moment in my adult life, because this is related to your question. I had to go on The View right after the Tiger stuff came out.
Oh, man.
And I was like, cool, no problem. ESPN had let me go. It was, I had gotten to Fox Sports Radio. They asked me to come on The View. I said, fine. And I walked in the studio, and it's Barbara Walters there. It's Barbara Walters, it's Joy Behar, Elizabeth Hasselbeck, all this back in those days, okay? And I walked in. You got these 4 women on the set. That's cool. But the audience was like stadium seating. Right. And it looked like they right on top of you, right? And I was the only man in the entire studio.
Right.
There wasn't a male in sight. I was the only speck of testosterone. It was like, I said, oh,
how'd you handle
what the hell about that? And then they was asking me about Tiger. And I was like, well, you know, I'm trying to explain. And like, what are you saying? I was like, what the hell I got myself into, you know, that to me. And it was like, but then I remembered, I grew up around this.
Yeah.
I grew up around this. I knew how to handle it. And if it wasn't for my upbringing with my 4 older sisters and my mother, there's 5 women telling me what to do. Shut the hell up when we tell you to shut the hell up.
It's about a very sensitive subject.
I love when men are in that position, too, because I feel like a lot of times as women, especially in sports, you see a lot of women who might be the only woman in the room. And so I love the reverse when that happens.
Oh, look, we don't. It's some scary. It's scary as hell. I mean, to this day, that is the scariest moment in my career. Because you got to remember, Ty got into some stuff now. I'm like, I'm walking in the studio, I'm like, there's nothing I can say. I mean, I got to figure out a way, and they were just looking at me like, you even uttered the wrong syllable, we gonna be on you. Yeah. And I was like, okay.
That's interesting, especially with like the Ime Udoka stuff happening now and seeing Shaq say, I don't want to weigh in and criticize this because I've been through the things that I've been through, so you don't want to be a hypocrite.
Well, you don't want to be a hypocrite, but in the same breath, if you're sitting in that chair, and all of y'all can relate to this with the great show y'all been doing for years, you got to call it like you see it. And what we got to do is we got to be careful. You can talk about an incident without talking about the person.
That's right.
This is what. Listen, you know how many people disagree with me every day? I have no issue with you attacking what I say or what situation I've addressed. That's entirely different than attacking me. I can compartmentalize. And if you're sitting in that chair, you know, I told Shaq about that. Yo, bro, you can avoid it all you want to. TNT coming up, bro. Season get ready to start. You gonna have to avoid it. You gonna have to talk about it at some point. I definitely told him that. And so for me, you damn right I touched on it. But I touched on it from a different angle. There's no excuse for him to find himself in that position that he was in. But my position religiously was, it's none of our business. There's no reason on earth that you can justify to me why the Boston Celtics had that press conference while we're having this discussion. That was an HR matter. I've been covering sports for almost 30 years. I'm telling you, every year there's stories like this. Every year. You don't see it being discussed. You hear about the cat getting fired, and you hear rumors as to why, but you don't know. It's not validated by the organization. And then, you know, I took it a step further, and I mentioned his blackness only from this perspective. You kept him. You retained him. You didn't fire him. That means no one has the right to come and get him. You suspended him. But it was indefinite. You said I'm gonna suspend you for a year, but then after the year we're gonna look into it. I mean, that's BS. All right. You probably docked half his pay because that's what my sources told me. You docked half his pay, and I'm like, so he can't work. He can't go elsewhere. You docked half his pay. His future's up in arms.
That's right.
And you publicized his personal business because the press release. The report said consensual relationship. Now, you might have violated organizational policy and all of that, but it said consensual
relationship. That's right.
So, essentially, all of this has happened because of a consensual relationship. Now, we don't know her status, and even if we did, we can't say because, you know, they haven't revealed that information. You know, you can get sued for stuff like that. But here's what I know about him. He ain't married. And it was a consensual relationship, according to y'all.
And they said she was married.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
Stephen said I'm not getting sued.
I don't know.
All right, we got more with Stephen A. Smith when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Hey, Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Stephen A. Smith. Charlamagne?
Do you think we'll ever get the full story?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
You can't. Not just that. You can't do what you did with this man, and there's not going to be an uproar at some point. And I said it, and then people was getting on me about that. I said, I know plenty of white dudes that's screwing around in the office in sports. This stuff wasn't publicized. I know at least 3 dudes personally that got fired because of it. It was never publicized. We heard about it, but it was never publicized. And guess why? Because they working for another team now. Not in the capacity that they were. It might have been on a lower level, but they still are employed in the same with the same brand. Because why? It wasn't publicized and put out on Front Street like that.
You did say something that he's not married.
That's right. That's right.
Allegedly, one of the women are. Why are they attacking him so much for the relationship?
Yeah, if it's an organizational policy,
the woman that's allegedly,
why the woman's name isn't out there? Why hasn't she been suspended?
Listen, we totally agree. I'm not going to sit up here in front and act like we disagree. What I'm saying is, in the interest of making sure that all our I's are dotted and T's are crossed, and we don't have folks coming at us talking about why are we trying to make somebody else the victim. All I'm saying is it's always private. We've never heard the details. You heard they got fired. Right. You could speculate as to why, but because it's not known, another team has no problem bringing you on board and employing you because that's never been confirmed. Right. By having the press conference, you confirmed the stuff that was put out there about him. You said nothing about her. And I'm not saying to put her on Front Street. I'm saying he shouldn't have been talked about. Let him go. Or keep him, but keep the matter in-house. They didn't do that because they wanted to suspend him and make an example of him. That's right. And it could have been, enforced by somebody else, but the bottom line is it was wrong.
Do you think because he was black?
Well, I think that part, to me, I'm not going to go that far, but I will say this. I haven't seen it happen to any white boys. I'm going to tell it like that. I haven't seen it. And I said it. I said it on national television. I ain't seen anybody. And everybody backed up because they know I've covered this league and I've covered professional sports for a quarter century. And I went on national television and I said, I know plenty of white boys that's been doing their thing. In the office, nobody said anything. We didn't know. And everybody backed up because they know I'm telling the truth. It's just the truth, and it's jacked up that listen, he ain't perfect, and whatever he had coming to him, if the organization, they had cause to fire him now because I heard that he obviously violated organizational policy, and then plus he lied initially when approached. So now you got cause. You got him dead to rights. Okay, you can't defend him. If they wanted to let him go, they could let him go. But then let him go. Right. Don't hold him and keep him from working and keep him from going someplace else to work. You have ruined this man's career because of a consensual relationship. Ain't nothing right about that, man. And then, to me, that's the point that everybody's missing.
And to your point, that's a great point. Clearly, they're protecting one person in this situation, which is the woman.
Absolutely.
So with him, it's just like, go vilify him. Put
That's
him out
right. That's right. Throw him out to pasture. And black men, we know about that all too well. So people are going to sit up there and say, Stephen A's trying to make it a race issue. Actually, no, you made it a race issue by how you elected to handle this. All I said was, fire him or keep him. But you don't do this because you've never done it to anybody else. So why is the first example a black man? I got a problem with that.
What do you think about Matt Barnes' comments? Because I wonder from an OG journalism perspective, looking at the new media, as they call it, what do you think of his comments? That he said he'll never work again, he thinks, if the full story comes out.
Listen, if the full, he might be right. He might be right about that. He's not wrong. And I think that in Matt Barnes' case, who's a good brother, by the way, he's a real good brother. I think with him, here's the issue. I think he felt uncomfortable with the ledge he went out on. It wasn't so much the story itself, but the things he said initially. And sometimes you find yourself in that situation where you might know all the facts, but you went too far out in saying what you said, and you got to backtrack. And people are thinking that you're backtracking totally because you went out too far. I didn't go out too far. I said exactly what I meant. I said it a week and a half ago. Damn it, I'm saying the same thing now because I know that the story is going to percolate. It's going to develop even more. We're going to hear more details coming out of it, and I'll be fronting. I mean, listen, I'm not going to front with you and act like we ain't hear what's going on and we don't know. I mean, there's a lot of details that I know that I cannot say because for legal issues and what have you just can't do that. But trust me when I tell you, it comes from a place of knowledge. I know what the hell I'm talking about, and I know how screwed over he's gotten in all this. He ain't innocent, and if he got fired, he would have deserved it, period. But you didn't have to do that. Him getting fired is one thing. You publicizing his business like that is an entirely different matter altogether. He'd have lost his job with the Boston Celtics if you handled it correctly. In this instance, you might have ended his career as a head coach, and as a rookie head coach, he did what the president of basketball operations couldn't do in 7 years. He took these brothers to the NBA Finals in year one. And this is the other part that y'all got to know about it. He's making about $3.5 million. Had he had another successful season, and I'm not talking finals, he could have got them to the conference finals, whatever. He's in a position next summer to negotiate a contract that's paying him at least triple. That's right. At least $9 million. In today's NBA economy, at least $9 to $10 million. That's the going rate for a lot of these brothers, all right? So now you've squashed that because what leveraging position does he have? He can't come to you and negotiate a deal that's going to get him a raise next year. You stripped him of everything. because of a consensual relationship.
So you think this was personal?
I don't know if it was personal. I know that it was handled in a way that I don't think enough people are bringing attention to. Okay. It's an HR matter, y'all. It's an HR matter. If it happened with one of y'all, if it happened with me, if it happened to anybody, it's none of our business, man. Mm-hmm. It's an internal matter. Now, if it's not consensual and you're talking about something else, sexual assault, rape, something like that, that's a different matter.
That's right.
You're breaking the laws. But if it's legal and consensual, it's none of our business.
That's why we got to have another conversation about the power of self-control. Right. Brothers got to learn discipline. Like, there's certain situations you just shouldn't put yourself into, and that's one of them.
That's right. Which is why I say, if they fired him, I wouldn't have said a word.
Yeah.
You put yourself in that position. What are you doing? Mm-hmm. What are you doing? You're a rookie head coach. You just got there, okay, and you find yourself in this position. There's no excuse. Now, listen. From the beginning of time, men have had problem resisting women. I mean, from Adam and Eve, for crying out loud. It's very, very predictable.
This is what you said on The View? This is why they got mad.
I said that too. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. And Elizabeth Hackman was like, what? She's like, I would hope that Stephen people get exercise something. They can. I had to back that up. That'd be straight. But I mean, listen, there's no question about it. And especially, and as black men, we got to understand this. Yeah, times are what they are, and we believe progress has been made, but we also recognize that there's a long way to go.
That's right.
And so the rules are still different for us than it is for white men. Let's just call it what it is. You got to know that, and your responsibility to yourself and your community and folks on the come up that idolize you because of the position that you're in. You know, you got to be careful, though. You gotta be careful. Look at the position I'm in. Come on, man. You think that if I haven't had opportunities to get with folks in the industry and whatever? I ain't playing that game. You know, they ain't worth my check. They're not worth what I built to try and accomplish for myself. I'm not going that route. That's just me.
They'll send people at somebody like you.
Hell yes, and they have. Yes. And they have. And they have to listen. You can't put it past anybody because you got people and they listen. They're going to come at you in a variety of ways. I've been in situations where I've been propositioned covering the NBA playoffs, NBA finals, and I'm not saying this is exactly what happened, but I wondered who sent them. Because the women were a little bit too aggressive. I'm like, I don't think I look like Godzilla, but I ain't that damn attractive. Now, they're a little bit too aggressive here. I mean, why they acting like they got to get with me? Something's fishy about this, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know, but you have that suspicion, and that sixth sense, that intuition, you gotta get in self-protective mode. You gotta be like, this is a little too good to be true. You know what I'm saying? Something ain't right about this. You know,
I mean, my girlfriends want to know.
Me meeting a honey or whatever. All right, fine. All right, that happens with all of us. But 3 women coming up to me at the same time, I say, thank you, but no thank you, and they still coming. They don't want to take no for an answer. They trying to find out what hotel I'm in, what hotel room I'm in, rather, because we were in the lobby of the hotel. This happened in Dallas years ago during the finals between Dallas and the Miami Heat. And I'm sitting there like, this is too good to be true. Ain't no way in hell these women want me like this. Something real fishy. Hell no. I'm not. I'm a confident brother, but damn, nah, I'm not falling for that. No.
All right, we got more with Stephen A. Smith. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Everybody, it's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Stephen A. Smith. Charlamagne?
I saw you the other day, and you said you weren't going to be so hard on Kyrie this season.
Yes.
But I did.
I'm trying to move forward. I'm not trying to go to the past.
But when I saw Kareem's comments, where he called him a comical buffoon, I did wonder what you thought about that.
I wouldn't call Kyrie a buffoon at all. I'm not going to question the intelligence of the brother, although he has said some bizarre things in the past. The world is flat and stuff like that.
His uncle have a conversation with you?
Say what?
He said his uncle was going to have a conversation with you.
Not his uncle. Well, yeah, he did actually. Well, here's the deal. Kyrie's father is from the Bronx. And so there's a couple of cats in the Bronx that know me well. He grew up with them. I've known them throughout my adult life. They've been mentors and friends and all of that other stuff. And so I laughed about it because they're my boys. I'll give you some of their names. Rod Strickland, Gary Howard. Gary Howard is the former executive sports editor for the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. At a time when 1,600 papers throughout the daily newspapers throughout this country, where you only had about 2 black sports editors, he was one of them. He's the former deputy sports editor at the Philadelphia Inquirer, and he was the one that got me hired at the Philadelphia Inquirer before I got into television and all of that. So that's one of his boys, his dad's boys. You got Rod Strickland, who's his godfather. You got Gary Howard. You got his brother, Gary Howard's brother, Reggie Howard. I know these brothers. And of course, Kenny Smith from TNT, because he knows them. They like family. And so, they all reached out to me at one point in time or another, Stephen, hey, man, lay off, whatever. And I said, yo, fellas, y'all caught up in how I deliver and how I talk. You're not listening to my content. The only thing I said about the brothers, you got to show up to work. You don't show up to work, you don't get paid. You can talk all that stuff you want all the time. I had a problem taking the vaccine. I don't have any problem with anybody who was quite, apprehensive about taking the vaccine. I was talking about a different discussion. The different discussion is they all there in Brooklyn because of you. You wanted them there. And they all signed on. They said, yo, we got to go for the chip. And shit, we can't do it unless we vaccinated because they going to get in our way. Everybody said we down but you. Oh, you know what? Jaylen Brown didn't take the vaccine. Well, Massachusetts Boston didn't have that policy in place. New York does. It ain't fair. Andrew Wiggins, Golden State, hell, City of San Francisco had that policy. Andrew Wiggins didn't want to take the vaccine. They were like, yo, man, we trying to win the chip. And that's what he did. I said, that's what I was addressing. So you could talk about putting something in your body and all that stuff. And I get it. And that's real. No question about it. But at the end of the day, you trying to win the chip or not. And then it didn't happen. I said, look, that ain't the only time you missed work. You've been missing games for years. Right. In 11 years, you've never played more than 60 games in a season but 4 times. In 11 years. So I pointed out that stuff, and I said, you ain't going to get paid. You can book it. And so when people saw me on the air, they were like, oh, you trying not to get the brother paid. Once again, you don't pay attention to my career. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. I didn't tell them not to pay him. I'm saying, this is what they're telling me. You ain't going to get this money now. And I had owners like, he ain't getting that money. And what happened this summer? He didn't get that money. He had to opt in and play the final year of his deal because, as he admitted, there were not but so many options. What have I been telling y'all all year? Right. And so now we fast forward to this season. Bradley Beal got $200+ million. Zach LaVine in Chicago got $200+ million. I want Kyrie to get his money, but you are a spectacular box office caliber talent that we deserve to see. His problem, in my opinion, is that we're beneath him. It's like he's so brilliant and he's such a savant that he sees things that none of us see. Well, damn it, what we really want to see is you ball. What we really want to see is you playing 41 nights a year at Barclays Center, at least. How about 30, okay? Get on the roll. Put in more than 60 games in a season. And be the showstopper that you are. So, I'm not going to disrespect him like Kareem did. I think that's unnecessary. But you got to remember, Kareem's a civil rights activist. His brother's deep as hell. He's been around a long time. He's one of the greatest who's ever lived. He's qualified to say what he said. I wouldn't go that far, but I do think the frustration seeps in because you're looking at him and you're saying, come on, bro. Some of the things that you say and some of the positions that you're taking, you retweet and stuff about conspiracy theories and all of this. I mean, it's the kind of stuff that damages you. It damages the brand, and it makes you look bad, and somebody need to tell you. That's all I would have said if I was Kareem, as opposed to calling them names. But that's just me.
I want to ask you this question. I know you got to go. And I asked you this question a couple of years ago, and I wonder if your thoughts have changed. Because I asked you, when it's all said and done, when we talking about just basketball, who will this era be remembered by? Curry or LeBron James? Who will go down as the guy for this era? Just basketball, nothing else, nothing outside the court, nothing, just on the court.
For me, I can't separate that. I have to say LeBron. But it's exactly because of what you don't want me to touch on. See, when they talk about LeBron, you can't avoid talking about everything. When you talk about Curry, you can't help but talk about only basketball. There's nothing else that he gives you. LeBron gives you more because of the issues he's willing to tackle, his willingness to speak out, how he's been a target by some people and what have you.
Well, just basketball, Stephen A. Just on the court.
I think, listen, Curry's a bad brother. He's the greatest shooter who ever lived. No doubt about it. But the onslaught has come lately. LeBron has been, I'm going with LeBron because LeBron came into the league with that kind of fanfare. Delivered ultimately with 4 championships and 10 NBA Finals appearances.
Curry got 4
straight.
too.
Yeah, but 8 straight
beat
appearances.
Bron.
I know that. He's been beat Bron. No question.
And I heard you say
No
something on the show. You said that you were talking about Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell. You said that you can't give it to Wilt over Bill because Bill beat
11
him.
titles.
Yeah,
11 titles.
Yeah,
it's a good point. It's a good point. It's a good point. I can't even front. It's a good point, Charlamagne. I can't deny it because to me, Curry's my favorite player. But I can just tell you, as a guy that goes to the arenas, man, when LeBron walks in, it's just a different feel. Mm-hmm. It's a different. As much as you love Curry, and as much as you love watching Golden State, and as entertaining as they are, and I think he's the greatest shooter who ever lived, greatest shooter God ever created. It's just that dude, right? When LeBron walks into a building, bro, it's a different animal.
So when Curry repeats this year and gets his 5th ring,
I believe he will. By the way, you know I picked him. I picked him to repeat.
What do you think then? He repeats 5th ring.
Yeah, got him.
Okay,
got him. Probably.
Okay.
He probably.
Right. Well,
especially if he doesn't beat him. Like especially if he smokes.
I don't think the Lakers gonna be there.
I think they're going to the playoffs though. I think they'll go to the playoffs.
All right, well, Stephen A. Smith, straight shooter, pre-order it now. We appreciate you for joining us.
Appreciate you,
You got to
man.
come up a little earlier next time so we got more conversation.
Man, I'm happy to. Can I mention something before I go, man? HBCU week at Disney at Disney World. I'll be there this Thursday and Friday. We just celebrating that Disney's involved with HBCU week. In the last 2.5 years, we generate over $12 million in scholarships for over 2,000 students. So they're going to be down at Disney World on Friday, and First Take is airing. We're televising the show live from Disney World on Friday for HBCU week. So check it out.
Well, there you have it. Stephen A. Smith.
Gonna pre-order that book, Straight Shooter.
I appreciate you, bro.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk BET Hip Hop Awards.
It's about time. What's going on?
Rumor Report. Rumor Report. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
All right. Well, Kodak Black is upset about the BET Awards, and he's calling for a boycott. He said that they are not for the people. And here is what he had to say when he went live.
Everybody thinking I'm finna run that shit. Oh, they finna play with me, and they finna get Frappuccino on me. And then they gonna by the time when it's my turn to get me shit, they gonna play on a woman empowerment. Then around that same time, that when the cheats, all the little cheats started crying about, oh, women empowerment. Males be so dominant and shit. Not even Drake, not even Future, not even everybody else. They finna get it, shorty. Cause it's just how the whole shit was looking on me. Like, but you know, congratulations, that little one. Congratulations on me. I ain't tripping, don't even try to play like I ain't hating on no bit.
He lost Song of the Year award to Lotto. He was upset about it, and he called it Frappuccino. I saw she posted a picture herself, and she hashtagged it Frappuccino.
Well, thank you for giving us context. I didn't know what Kodak was talking about just now.
Yeah, he also posted the woman empowerment is cool. Don't take none from nobody, but you still got to work for it. Don't just simply give it to somebody because they're a woman. If that's the case, y'all should have gave Song of the Year to Glorilla, not that hating ass mutt. First of all, Lotto's song, and Lotto posted this from chart data, Big Energy is the longest charting solo female rap song in Hot 100 history. Okay? And she also posted, thank you, BET, for always giving me my flowers, jackpots, and lamps. Stand the F up. Thank you, Mimi, from Mariah Carey. I love you for life. New hits on the way. This just the beginning. Trust me, we locked and loaded.
What was the category?
Song of the Year.
And what songs were nominated?
Gremlin.
Well, yeah, and hers is Big Energy.
Big Energy. I know Glorilla's joint was on there. FNF.
And FYI, okay, Big Energy is my song, and I always say that. I sing that song all the time. It's on my playlist, like, for everything. I still like that song to this day. I think the Mariah Carey remix gave it new life. That's my song.
Yeah,
you can't be mad. That's not. If it got nominated, it can potentially win, and there's a reason it got nominated.
I will say this though.
I do want to know what the other songs were, but yeah, Big Energy was a huge record.
Songs are bigger on different platforms, right? Because if you think about it, when you're in the club, you might not hear Big Energy in the club like you would hear Super Gremlin or you would hear FNF. You know what I mean? But Big Energy was one of the biggest records of the year, absolutely, positively.
Yeah, I'm happy that she won. Congratulations to you, Lotto. Well deserved. She works hard.
He said Future and Drake. Future and Drake was nominated too?
Yes.
What songs? What is it, the Tim's record? The record with Tim?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nah, Big Energy was a huge record. I don't see how you can
It's not. It doesn't have anything to do with women's empowerment. It was a huge record.
It was a big record.
Yeah, Big Energy was. I mean, I love Super Gremlin. Out of all of those songs you named, Super Gremlin was my favorite record of the year. But I mean, Big Energy was a bigger record on the charts, I believe.
Way bigger on the charts. But when it comes to clubs and streets and where you play the record, Super Gremlin out of all those records was probably
Big Energy was my song. I would request that song when I'm out. That's the song I wanted to come out to when I did Earn Your Leisure when I was in Atlanta. I was like, put that Lotto on, Big Energy.
It was called Big D Energy, so I can understand why a lot of women would like that record.
Yeah, I love that song. So congratulations, Lotto.
Yeah, she deserves it. Absolutely.
All right, now Meek Mill also was upset about the BET Awards. And remember we were talking about the ciphers where they had people who aren't rappers in the cipher. I actually really loved that part and the people who participated.
It was dope.
And I know they all enjoyed it. Envy, you were DJing for that. And
yeah, shout out to Ernest and Tasha for putting that together, man. Y'all did it was an amazing way to get publicity out there about the Cipher and Awards. It was dope.
All right, and
Genius.
so Meek Mill did not like the fact, though, that his child's mother, Milano, was part of that. He said, I don't like BET got my baby mom trying to spit bars for attention, clout. It's like a setup, embarrassment made to look like opportunity. And I'm with the woman hustler empowerment motion, but y'all drawing pure manipulation. And Milano seemed like she really enjoyed herself. Here's part of her cipher.
Started in the living room, new and square footage, 21, no savage in the mansion, still a hood chick. People started hating on me, it was like a hood glitch. Nunu said, Millie, we made it out the hood, sis. Thinking to myself, I really started from the bottom.
All right, now
Meek should have wrote it.
The whole point is, though, shut up.
No,
the whole point is, though, that it's fun. You know, I've been making fun of my girl Jasmine Brand nonstop since she did hers. I'm not just their brand, I'm a Jasmine Brand. It's fun.
But Lil Wayne wrote Reginae Carter's joint. You know what I mean?
Tammy Roman, her daughter
wrote it. Meek could have wrote it. Meek should have wrote it.
I agree with you.
She could have, but anyway, she also
it was fun, though.
Well, Milano is selling her hashtag I Can't Rap sale online, so you can shop that sale in store and online at milanoderouge.com. So shout out to her, and she said, "Thank you, BET, for allowing me to step out my comfort zone and try something new and fun. I didn't realize rapping was so hard. LOL." She said she was out of breath.
But also, she's an entrepreneur and influencer, right?
Yeah,
correct.
That's.
Yeah,
I mean, they use people who are also influencers.
That's why they used it. They didn't use it just because. I don't know if they used it because she's Meek Mill's baby mother either, because I wouldn't even have known that if Meek hadn't said it. I mean, she's an entrepreneur and influencer.
Yeah,
That's
she's
an
entrepreneur.
Right?
She's a hustler. She
he didn't say they used her
because
of that. He just posted he didn't like that they had her trying to spit bars. It wasn't for attention or clout. It was a cute promo. That's all.
It was cool. I met her the other day, and she's an entrepreneur. She really, pushes her clothing line. She does well. She encourages a lot of women to get into the fashion industry.
Mm-hmm. She owns property, real estate.
I absolutely agree with Envy. Meek should have wrote it because Reginae floated.
She floated.
I ain't gonna lie, Reginae might have had the best rap. You know who else was dope though? Don't Call Me White Girl.
Hers was see that.
Yeah, hers was really good. You gotta go she could flow. She might got to rap for real. All right, well that is your rumor report.
All right. Charlamagne.
Yes, sir.
What are you giving your donkey to?
4 after the hour, man. Let's discuss people who want to violate you but don't want to deal with the consequences of their actions. Alex Taylor, who is an animal rights activist from an organization called Direct Action Everywhere. He needs to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with him, please.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Go pay your meter.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Monday, July 6th at 9/8 Central. The realest show on the market returns to VH1. Follow LA's toughest agents as they make their come-ups in the world of celebrity real estate. Love and Listings premieres Monday, July 6th at 9/8 Central, only on VH1.
Don't be out here acting like a donkey.
Hee-haw, bitch. Hee-haw.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
I'm a big boy. I can take it. If he feel I deserve it, ain't no big deal.
I know Charlamagne guy gonna have some funny slick say out his mouth.
Just because I say something you may not agree with doesn't mean I'm mean.
Who's getting that donkey?
That donkey. That don't.
Donkey of the Day right there.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
You can call me the Donkey of the Day, but I mean no harm.
Yes, Donkey of the Day for Thursday, October 6th goes to a young man named Alex Taylor of Direct Action Everywhere. Who is Alex Taylor? Well, Alex Taylor is an animal rights activist who decided to run his ass onto the field Monday night during Monday Night Football. If you watched Monday Night Football this past Monday, you couldn't miss it. The Rams played the 49ers, and during the game, you might have noticed the man run onto the field holding a pink flare. Security was chasing him. I would give Alex, I would say his Madden rating is probably like in the 40 or 50-ish range because he was able to evade some security. He did a few cut moves that, kept him from grabbing him, but he couldn't escape. a veteran linebacker named Bobby Wagner. Drop on the clues bombs for Bobby Wagner. 6-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion Bobby Wagner, because, see, Bobby did what security couldn't do. He took Alex Taylor out. Boom, quick tackle. Get out the way. Got him down. Let security do their job, all right? That should be the end of this story, right? Alex Taylor, probably gets arrested for trespassing or some type of disorderly conduct charge, and that's it, right? That should be the end of the story. Nope, not in this era. Not in the America where people violate you and then play victim to avoid the consequences of the violation. Uncle Charlotte, what are you talking about this morning? People violating you and then playing victim? Well, let's go to Fox 11 LA for the report, please.
Monday Night Football and the tackle that could be a legal game changer.
There could be actually something to it. The question is going to come down to whether unreasonable force was used to stop this guy.
A personal injury attorney reacts to the protester, now filing a police report against the Rams linebacker Bobby Wagner. That as the protester ran onto the field, getting past security and then running towards the Rams sideline, waving pink smoke flares. That's when Wagner stepped in and flattened the protester.
I'm more concerned about the security guard that was hurt trying to chase him, but you never know what that person is. Got in their pocket, their hands, they whatever. There's consequences for your actions.
But Wagner now could be the one facing those consequences for his own action. Taking down the protester ID'd as Alex Taylor with the Animal Rights Network Direct Action Everywhere that now calls what Wagner did a blatant assault on that protester.
Oh, God. This is the era we live in, where people violate you and then they become the victim. All right, Alex Taylor made a choice to take a pink flare and run on that field on behalf of Direct Action Everywhere. That's the name of the organization, by the way, Direct Action Everywhere. Well, it seems to me one of those everywheres y'all like to take direct action is at NFL football games, because nearly a month ago, 2 other Direct Action Everywhere members disrupted a Rams game. Okay, carrying smoke flares onto the field before they were apprehended by security. So this is what they do. Well, why do they do it? I don't know what the case was about almost a month ago, but I know they took credit for this stunt on Twitter immediately on Monday night. Their tweet was, Taylor and a colleague, Allison Flutie, were a bit beaten up but in good spirits after the incident. The organization added that its aim had been to elevate the Smithfield trial, a case in which 2 of its members are charged with smuggling 2 piglets off a Utah farm in 2017. They wanted to save 2 pigs from growing up to meet their ultimate fate, which is to become bacon. I understand, I get it, but you can't make a choice to be a disruptor. You can't make a choice to trespass on someone's place of employment, and then when you are met with force, when they use force to take you down, you file an assault complaint? They didn't assault you. They defended themselves from possible harm. It's 2022. We don't know what you're doing on this field. People acting crazy in public must be taken out swiftly and quickly, okay? Imagine someone coming to your place of employment, disrupting things at your job, scaring folks because we don't know if you got a bomb, we don't know if you're a mass shooter, we don't know if you're distracting people so someone else can do a heinous act. Or how about this? Maybe you just holding up the damn game. And I don't want to be out here not a second longer than I have to be. I don't want to hear anything about reasonable force and a restraint. All they did was restrain them. They tackled them and restrained them. That's not unreasonable force. All right? I keep telling you fools, you can't tell someone how to react. Okay, as Wagner said, there's consequences to your actions. Deal with those consequences. You were trespassing. You made an intentional choice. And guess what? This is what blows my mind. LA has laws that actually protect the trespassers. Listen to this.
After the takedown, Taylor's detained, cited, and then released by Santa Clara police, who have now started their own investigation, even though Taylor was clearly trespassing, jumping out of the stands, running onto the field. Clearly. But it may still not be an open and shut case, as attorneys say California law is clear on one point. It even protects those who willingly trespass.
You have to provide a reasonable amount of safety, even for trespassers.
Why?
You can't have a dangerous something dangerous on your premises, and even though someone trespasses on your premises and gets injured by that dangerous condition, that can be a claim, even though he was trespassing. So you do owe a duty of safety even to trespassers.
And yet another legal issue to all of this. Attorneys always look to argue excessive force. Did Wagner's hard tackle of that protester cross the line?
You mean to tell me with all the home invasions going on in L.A., all the robberies going on in L.A., people jumping over gates, hopping on your property. There's no protection for you. As soon as you step on someone's property with malicious intent, the only person who should be protected in that situation is the person's property you own. Like, we really live in an era where nobody wants to deal with the consequences of their actions. Folks think they can do and say anything, use it for content to bring attention to themselves or a cause, and if that thing they are doing or saying violates someone in any way, they truly feel like they are free from the consequences of said violation. Like, literally, someone will walk up to you, slap you in the face, and then when you beat the hell out of them, they will say you went too far and then press charges against you or try to sue you. How about you shouldn't have slapped me? In the case of Alex Taylor, you chose to trespass and run out on that field. You got to deal with everything that comes with that. Just a reminder for the Alex Taylors of the world, you're free to do whatever you want, but you should always take responsibility for the consequences of your choices in life, period. Please let Remy Ma give Alex Taylor, animal rights activist from the Direct Action Everywhere Foundation, the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw, you stupid motherfucker, are you dumb?
I mean, you got to be very, very careful because you just never know what people have on them. I remember this crazy Cowboys fan went into MetLife Stadium one time with a taser and tased somebody. Just imagine if he had a taser.
Well, I'm glad that my daddy had a taser that time because the reason I'm glad my dad had a taser is because he got assaulted first.
But that's what I'm saying. You just never know what somebody has on him. Like, how did he get the taser in there?
Hey, somebody violated my dad, so my dad gave him consequences for that violation. Period.
All right, well, shout out to your pops. All right. Thank you for that donkey today.
Yes, indeed.
Up next, Ask Ye. 800-585-1051. If you need relationship advice or any type of advice, you can call us right now. Again, 800-585-1051. Ask Ye. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Power 105.1. The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Peacock presents the original limited series of Friend of the Family. From the executive producer of The Act and Candy, the series explores a notorious abduction and paints a portrait of a family who survived the unimaginable. Stream it October 6th only on Peacock.
Need relationship advice? Need personal advice? Just need real advice. Call up now for Ask Ye. Keep it real.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. It's time for Ask Ye. Hello, who's this?
This is Kiki.
Kiki, do you want me? Do you love me? I know you hear that all the time.
Buddy.
She's like, okay.
Yeah,
what's your
hey,
question
Kiki.
for Yeezy?
Good morning. I've talked to you guys before and called in. This is work related, so I just wanted a professional opinion.
Okay.
Good morning to you all, Angela.
Good morning,
Charlamagne,
Kiki.
and DJ Envy.
Good morning.
So I am a nurse. I've been a nurse for almost 20 years, and I'm an oncology nurse. And I've been at this particular organization for over a year. Last July is when I started at this organization, and we're a really small office. This particular doctor keeps calling me by someone else's name.
Wow.
And so at first I was like, okay, I do have a very similar name to my peer. Her name is Keena. I'm Kiana. Okay, I understand they're very similar. But we all wear name badges that are eye level. We have to wear name badges. In the office we're in, it's just her and I. We're the only two nurses there. Everybody else is in a different department. So she keeps doing it. Like, she keeps calling me her name, and I'll correct her. Oh, I'm Kiana, or I'll point to my name badge, or, oh, yeah, everybody gets it mixed up. But at this point, now you're just confusing us as individuals. Because yesterday she was telling me something, and I was like, oh, that wasn't me. And she was like, oh, that was Keena. Now, mind you, the other nurse is much taller than me, much more voluptuous than me. I'm like 5'1", like I'm much smaller. So like there's visual differences between the two of us as well. So I just really want to kind of have a conversation because now it's kind of feeling like disrespect. Like you just don't want to take the time to really learn my name.
Because it's a small office. You work with us all the time, every single day. And at a certain point it feels like, okay, acknowledge me as a human being.
Period.
I get that.
And I'm not trying to be rude because I'm in the South and, you know, they do things a lot different here. And, you know, it's the yes ma'ams and that, you know, Southern charm and all of that. I'm from the North, you know, so for me, it's like, now you're rude. Now I'm going to give you the same energy. Because she came into the break room while I'm on my lunch break yesterday, and I'm looking at my phone, and she started calling me the wrong name. I ignored her. Now I'm just ignoring you until you say my name.
I think.
Then she finally said my name, and then I looked up, and then we had a conversation.
Okay, was the conversation about that or about something else?
No, it was work related, which she shouldn't be in there talking to me on my break. But okay, I'll take it, you know.
And so Kiki, this is what I would recommend that you do. You need to tell her how you feel disrespected when she does that. You have to have a real conversation, like schedule a time to even discuss it and sit down and address it so she knows how serious it is. Now, I can't say for sure whether or not she's doing this on purpose, but what we do know is that you feel disrespected. And so I think the best thing for you to do is address it head on, because you don't want to have these subliminal things happening. You don't want to feel away every single day that you come to work. You don't want to have that affect the relationship at work. And I think if after that it continues to be an issue, then you need to go to somebody higher. But I would say have that conversation. You listen, I'm not saying that you're doing this on purpose, but I do feel disrespected when you confuse the two of us. We're the only two nurses here. It is a small office. My name's, you said you're Kiana, right?
Yeah.
My name is Kiana. If there's a little word game thing you need to do to remember that, but I'm Kiana. And so I just want to make sure that we clarify that, because I would hate for us to have any tension over the fact that I'm feeling disrespected. So, you know, I just wanted to put that out there, and moving forward, let's make a real effort for you to not mistake us for each other, because, you know, it doesn't feel good for me. And I would definitely have that conversation, because I think if after you do that, it continues to be a problem, then it's personal. You know, you never want to assume that somebody's doing something on purpose, but it feels like she just doesn't care enough.
Right. That's what I'm getting to.
And I'm sure that being a doctor, just like being a nurse, all of you guys have really stressful jobs. And some people handle things differently. And so you never want to jump to a conclusion without having that conversation. Now, if you tell her all of this, you'll have a nice, you know, conversation about it, and then she continues to do it, then now that's an issue, and now we have to take it higher. And you know what I would do too? One last thing, Kiana. After y'all have that conversation, send an email and be like, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today, so that in case there's ever a question about it in the future, you can be like, we had the conversation, then I sent her this email.
Right. Well, I appreciate it, because I'm getting ready for work, and I started to just go to her this morning and be like, hey, you know, keep putting my face in front of her like, hey, good morning, Kiana, you know. But I was like, I don't want to be a smart ass either, but like, you got to get the name right, sis.
Yeah, because that energy, y'all don't need that. It's already, you know, you guys are already doing a lot of public service and helping people every single day. You don't need that energy at work. It's already stressful enough.
Right. Well, I appreciate that. I'm going to take that advice and go and have my good morning like I usually do.
That's right, Kiki.
All right, y'all have a good week.
All right, you too.
Kiki.
Thanks.
Ask Ye, 800-585-1051. If you need relationship advice, call Ye right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Get some real advice with Angela Yee. It's Ask Ye.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We're in the middle of Ask Ye. Hello, who's this?
Yeah, this is Trey from Jersey. How y'all doing, man? I listen to y'all every day, man.
What up, Trey?
Hey, how you doing? Like, yeah, the question I want to ask you guys, like, what should I do, man? Like, I got this one beautiful woman. She's from New York, but I moved away. I moved down south, but it's just like the dating scene right now is like pulling teeth. So it's just like I can't find nothing like her that can even be close to her. You know what I'm saying? She cook, clean. She do what a woman's supposed to do, and it's just like
that sounded so crazy.
Do something down here, or should I just like stay in touch with her, you know what I'm saying, and just like go like make visits and stuff like that.
Well, hold on. So you like this woman because she cooks and cleans and does what a woman?
Not just for that. Nah.
Okay, that's what you said.
She's woman like me. Like she does everything that that a woman is really supposed to do in the natural eye and beauty of a man. Like from a.
She does the things that you like. She caters to you in the way that you like.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing that a woman's supposed to do, but she caters to you in the way that you like her to, and you guys have, and she enjoys doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the problem? you moved away, so it's a long distance thing?
Yeah, so it's kind of like I've really never really done the long distance relationship, but it's just like I'm here. It's just like, okay, try to like pursue something else down here because you down here, meet somebody new, but it's just like I just can't find that same.
You want something more convenient, but are you mentioning? Do you love this woman? Are you in love, or do you just like what she does for you?
I'm not in love with her, but it's like we're like a bond. It's just like I can see us together, but it's just like, so she's so far away, it's just like, dang, like, oh my God, like, what am I going to do? Like,
well, I think the main thing is to be honest. You guys can continue to date and see if long distance works. If you still want to see other people because you're not sure, you can do that, but don't waste her time and make her think that you're in a relationship. So if you are okay with her seeing and dating other people as well, while y'all try to figure it out, but I don't think that you have to say we're together because you do these things that a woman should do. You should be with somebody because you really love them and want to be with them, not because you can't find someone else better to fill that spot.
Right. Okay. I've never thought of it like that, but I appreciate you for telling me that. But it goes both ways. Like, it's not like, she's crazy over me. It's just like, she's just like a vibe. Like,
okay, so you really like her? Do you love her?
I can't love her. You know, like you can't love, like you meet somebody, but you can't really just love them right.
You know what you should do? Y'all should go on vacation. Y'all should go on vacation together and get to see how you really feel when you spend some real time together like that, and then figure out if there's really like, you said it's a vibe. It's not that deep yet, but that's what dating is for, to figure out if that's somebody you want to be with.
Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you hit it right on the head. And she always keeps saying something about going places. So yeah, I might do that. Yeah, I'm gonna surprise her.
That's how I feel like when you get to that point where you really like somebody, y'all, as you say, vibing. That's the perfect time to go on vacation and see if you want to feel it out and take it to the next level.
True. But I think in my eyes, if you like to find out if you truly love somebody, you gotta live with them.
Well, I don't know that that's true, but I think, you just see how it is. And listen, if things progress that way, maybe she'll be open to moving. Maybe you guys will end up together, but it's no pressure. But don't just be with her because you can't find somebody down there that's more convenient.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Well, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much.
No problem.
All right.
All right. Ask Ye, 800-585-1051. If you need relationship advice or any type of advice, you can call her. Now we got rumors on the way.
Yes, let's talk about Kanye West and this whole White Lives Matter situation. We'll tell you what his explanation is, and also all of this online drama. I hate even talking about it.
All right, we'll get to it next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Everybody, it's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Kanye.
It's time. She's spilling the tea. This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
All right. Now, Khloe Kardashian was pleading with Kanye to stop tearing down the family, in particular Kim Kardashian. She said, I love you. I don't want to do this on social media, but you keep bringing it here. You are the father of my nieces and nephews, and I'm trying to be respectful, but please stop tearing Kimberly down and using our family when you want to deflect. Again with the birthday narrative. Enough already. We all know the truth, and in my opinion, everyone's tired of it. You know exactly where your children are at all times, and you wanted separate birthdays. I have seen all of the texts to prove it, and when you changed your mind and wanted to attend, you came. Like you have pointed out yourself, she is the one taking care of your kids 80% of the time. Please leave her and the family out of it so the kids can be raised peacefully. I come from a place of love, and I am happy to continue this conversation privately if you wish. Well, Kanye responded, you are lying and are liars. Y'all basically kidnapped Chicago on her birthday so she could remember her father not being there. So there, y'all also threw a party before Sam's birthday when I was flying back from Japan to be there for his birthday. And the first I heard about it, I was seeing pics of the party online. Also, I should see my children 100% of the time. But since there's a separation, it should have been 50% of the time. Y'all wouldn't have played with Donda like that in Jesus' name. All right. Other things going on with Kanye. He told Justin Bieber, get your girl before I get mad, because his wife was supporting the editor who Kanye is accused of bullying and speaking on that White Lives Matter shirt. So He said, Kanye said, I want to just let everybody know there was also some fashion this week. Also, there was a major thing called Fashion Week, which really lasts a month. And there was some very well done, crazy, overpriced clothes being shown. It wasn't just about my paradigm shifting t-shirt. Just kidding. My T-ish on everybody's shows. Nothing happened but my t-shirt. To the Arnauds that hire anybody that worked for me, remember my one t-shirt took all the attention because you're all effing programmed cheap, and those boots Gab was wearing were effing trash. But I'm sure John Legend still wants a pair, and Justin, get your girl before I get mad. I mean, he's just been going on and on about this fashion show and his t-shirt, and basically trying to take the attention away from everything else that was happening during Fashion Week.
We knew this, though. Like, Kanye West would do and say anything in his quest for white validation. And the way he's trying to spin it now that he's exposing Black Lives Matter as a scam, we knew that was cap, too. It was all for attention. That's what that White Lives Matter shirt was about, to bring attention to whatever it is he's trying to sell to people. But I will always remind Kanye West that giving black people your ass to kiss won't make those white folks love you more, Kanye.
Now, he also posted a headline from Daily Mail. Kanye West stands by White Lives Matter and gets Diddy's support. I don't know that that's true, but Diddy did respond to this headline.
I am not about to be addressing every last thing that's going on in the world on the internet. But the thing I do have to address is this White Lives Matter t-shirt. I've always been there, and I will always support my brother Kanye as a free thinker. But the White Lives Matter t-shirt, I don't rock with it. And with the press and what fashion is doing, thinking it's a joke. But right now, all America has planned for us is poverty, incarceration, and death. So before I could get to any other lives matter, which all lives matter, that Black Lives Matter, don't play with it. If you don't wear the shirt, don't buy the shirt, it's not a joke.
Yeah, we live in a strange world, man, because if you watch the Breakfast Club interview, you can clearly see that Diddy is not going to condemn Kanye because that's his guy, but he definitely condemned the White Lives Matter.
Absolutely, he did.
It's like, why can't any publication see the nuance in that? Like, that's just a weird headline.
All right, and Nicki Minaj had her Queen Radio last night, and one thing that she did introduce us to is Lico Miss, a Fine 9 remix out now. Listen to this.
45 special. I play the front, they got a linger back. Boxing train, where Inga at? It's like we they are in Japan. Ninja Mickey, where Ninja Man.
All right.
Hey. What? We at the
block. All right.
Hey.
So that's 9 of the top dancehall artists in the game that she has on there. So
who else is on there? She said where Inga at? Inga's Foxy. Foxy on there too?
I didn't see her on there. No, I didn't see that. But I don't know that she's a dancehall artist. So shout out to Dobie Magnum. Dobie Magnum's been up here before and also performed at Angela Uday. And of course Spice, who's the queen of dancehall, who is on Lip Service that's out right now.
Yeah, I seen Spice this week.
All right, well, that is your rumor report.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee. Now, People's Choice Mix is up next, and I got to remind you guys, November 27th, I'm bringing my car show to Alabama. That's right, Huntsville, the Vaughn Braun Center. So, surrounding cities, Mobile, Montgomery, areas of Tennessee, Georgia, Florida. Join me, all right? It's the People's Choice Mix. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
With thrillers, celebrities, true crime, and more, Audible truly is the home of storytelling. Listen to best-selling audiobooks, originals, and podcasts, plus motivation, wellness programs, all in one app. Sign up for 30 days free at audible.com/Breakfast Club. Everybody, it's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club.
And I want to shout out to Damon John and Black Entrepreneurs Day. So make sure y'all stay tuned today. They have a big announcement coming, but they also have more information for their NAACP grant application registration. So if you need a grant, if you're a Black entrepreneur, make sure you look out for that today for Black Entrepreneurs Day.
All right. And Charlamagne, what you got popping this weekend?
Man, this Saturday, the Mental Wealth Expo is happening at the Marriott Marquis in Times Square from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It is a free event. We have some of the best mental health professionals in the country that will be there. Debbie Brown, Dr. Rita Walker, Dr. Alfie Breland Noble, Dr. Spirit, Dr. Rita Walker, just to name a few. We have a keynote speech from Pastor Torrey Roberts and Sarah Jakes Roberts. G. Herbo will be there, Joey Badass. So Marriott Marquis, Times Square, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It is a free event. Thank you to everybody who's already registered at mentalwealthexpo.com. But don't be afraid just to pull up, man. I tell people all the time, they invest in their mental wealth. I'm making that investment for you. So this Saturday, we'll see you 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Marriott Marquis in Times Square for my second annual Mental Wealth Expo.
All right. Well, you got a positive note?
I do. The positive note is simply this. When you love yourself, you glow from the inside. You attract people who love, respect, and appreciate your energy. Everything starts with how you feel about yourself. Start feeling worthy, valuable, and deserving of receiving the best that life has to offer. Be magnetic.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?